A visit from his probation officer stunned Christopher Denver Metro Audits Cordova on Tuesday, as his special time with his mother was interrupted by a check on his well-being and a visual search of his apartment. Cordova greeted a heavy-set young woman and her partner from the probation department, letting them in without drama at the start of the video. The woman took the lead and asked Cordova how his life was going at the moment, and Cordova admitted he was going through a tough time. He explained that YouTube had shadow banned his channel, and that his revenue in comparison to last year was down to 20% of his previous earnings. When the woman inquired why his revenue was down, Cordova admitted that he got in trouble with YouTube over filming last year's Go Topless event in Denver. Cordova said that YouTube's policies allowed filming of nudity as long as the nudity wasn't sexual. He admitted to airing the uncensored footage of Go Topless Day, an annual event in Denver that celebrates Colorado's law allowing both men and women to go topless in public. He blamed his shadow ban on others reporting him and not the content of the video, which included several women complaining that he was filming them without their permission, and Cordova retorting that he had every right to film them in public. The probation officer brought up his background in electrical work and noted that there was a need for electricians in the area. She strongly suggested that if he started up a business as an electrician, he'd be successful and wouldn't have to worry about shadow bans limiting his revenue. She also directly expressed her concern that Cordova's YouTube activities brought him into conflict with the law, as Cordova has an upcoming trial for an incident that happened before his probation started. Cordova deflected the woman's concerns, saying that he had to be passionate about his work. He explained that he had to be passionate about his work and that he was never passionate about being an electrician. Continuing, he explained that he would rather make less money as a YouTuber than be in a job that he wasn't happy with. The pair discussed Cordova's attempts to sell his condominium, as the probation department would have to review any location he was moving into, along with doing background checks on anyone he was living with. Cordova reaffirmed that he was going through financial hardship due to YouTube's shadow ban, which was essentially forcing him to get rid of the condominium. He indicated that he was thinking of moving to the Colorado Springs area. The YouTuber waited 15 minutes before informing the probation officer that he had been live streaming their visit on his YouTube channel. The woman did not seem pleased with this development, but did not tell him to stop filming. Eventually, the pair had a talk about staying calm, and Cordova admitted that while vulgar speech was the speech that needed the most protection, it may not be in his best interest to go overboard with its use. He said he realized that being vulgar impacted the jury when he went on trial, as they would see body cam footage of the events, and that sometimes he felt cringe about his previous actions and videos. Oddly, Cordova refused to talk about the event he was on trial for on the live stream, and he refused to let his probation officer inspect the contents of his refrigerator while on camera. Otherwise, Cordova claimed he was on track for an early release from probation, which would have his 2-year probation sentence in November. The probation officer explained that it wasn't a sure thing and that he'd have to stay out of trouble and would have to write a letter to a judge to have a change in status approved. After the probation representatives left, Cordova blasted the trolls who were negative about his probation and said that the visit proved he didn't have to get a real job. Content with that point, he ended the live stream.